Welcome to the infrastructure, where we focus on the state of infrastructural development in Nigeria, Africa, and around the world. I am Tina Oje. On the program today, we take a look at outdoor advertisements and signages in the Federal Capital Territory. Outdoor advertising and signages are important components of road furniture, which also brings out the aesthetic beauty of the city. The proliferation of all kinds of signages on the streets of Abuja leaves one to wonder the level of compliance of advertising practitioners to the regulations. Also today, on the future segments, we will be looking at street lights in Abuja. Do want to follow us on all our social media handles. Like, share, drop your comments on any of our videos. Firstly, let's start with the infrastructure news segment, where we get to bring you important news events on infrastructure in Nigeria, Africa, and around the world this week. Dangote urges FG to embrace concrete roads. Amechi, Port Harcourt Maiduguri Rail project to commence soon. Third Mainland Bridge Phase 1 rehabilitation ready in October. In Australia, funding for Wangala and Dugawan Dam construction secured. Details of these stories and more in a moment. Dangote Industries Limited, one of Nigeria's leading cement manufacturers, has appealed to the federal government to embrace concrete roads and use cement for the construction of its roads across the country for durability purposes. The company's Group Director, Strategy, Portfolio Development and Capital Project, Mr. Davakuma Edwin, who made this known during a chat with select media men over the weekend, said it will be to the benefit of Nigerians and even the government to embrace the option of using concrete for roads in the country. Aside from being very cheap, he said concrete roads are more durable and that its maintenance cost is near zero. According to him, it is cheaper to do a concrete road that will last 50 years than to do a bitumen road. He further explained that concrete roads have a long lifespan compared to asphalt roads that can barely last 10 years or 12 years. Furthermore, unlike asphalt roads, a concrete road does not require frequent maintenance and patching. Concrete roads, according to him, also have the advantage of not getting deflected under the wheels of loaded trucks. This makes it consume 15 to 20% less fuel if compared to an asphalt road. It also has resistance to automobile fuel spillage and extreme weather. Dangote Group has commenced the construction of concrete roads in various streets across the country, particularly in Lagos, Bauchi, Kogi, Kaduna, and Ogun states. A three-story building of the Excel College, a private school in Ejigbo, Lagos, collapsed on Saturday, the 19th of September 2020, 2 days to reopening of secondary and private schools in the Lagos state. Lagos State-owned tertiary institutions reopened on September 14. The Director General of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASMA, Dr. Olufemi Oke-Osahintolu, told newsmen that no person was trapped in the collapsed building. He noted that the school had been under lock and key since March due to COVID-19 induced restrictions. According to the LASMA Director General, the building, which collapsed at 8:15 a.m. on Saturday, is part of a conjoined twin three-story building. He said that the collapse was attributable to visible distress, adding that the collapsed portion affected the second wing, as shown by visible cracks on the walls, pillars, and decking of the second portion. The massive main building was demolished on the order of the State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In a related development, with fears of disruption in the scheduled National Examination Council NECO examination for senior secondary school SS3 and junior secondary students whose building collapsed, the principal of the school, Lady Kehinde Oke, while describing the incident as very unfortunate and thank God that no life was lost, assured parents and students that the management were arranging facilities where the students will sit for the examinations. The Federal Controller of Works in Lagos, Mr. Olukayode Pokola, has assured that Third Mainland Bridge repairs was progressing rapidly and the first phase will be delivered on schedule in October. Kpokwola told the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Lagos that almost all the bad expansion joints had been pulled out and would be replaced as soon as the weather becomes mild. He said with the rapid progress being achieved in the construction, the ongoing first phase of the project will be completed on schedule on the Oworo-Soki bound carriageway. Recall that the third mainland bridge, which has gone through a series of repairs, were partially shut on July 24 for another round of rehabilitation works. The repair is expected to last for 6 months, with the construction divided into 2 phases of 3 months on each carriageway, starting with the Oworo-Soki lane. Speaking on the Echo Bridge, Kpokwola said that the contract for Phase 2 rehabilitation of the bridge has been awarded and it captured all worn-out expansion joints and bearings on the bridge. Kpokwola said that the ongoing Phase 1 emergency rehabilitation of the Echo Bridge was about 75% completed. Speaking on Section 1 of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Kpokwola said it was 54% completed, with work ongoing on the bridge section of the highway. The affordable housing program in Nigeria has received a boost after the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, approved over $570 million as a mortgage finance facilities towards the construction of 300,000 homes in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. The Apex Bank said it introduced a financing initiative to support the federal government's economic sustainability program. The bank added that the program was designed to utilize at least 90% locally manufactured inputs so as to conserve foreign exchange. The initiative is to be implemented in collaboration with Family Homes Fund Limited as a lead developer. CBN revealed that the funds would be released to FHF on a project basis, explaining a project as a cluster of homes in the same geographical location and covered with the same title documents and approvers. The initiative targets people on low-income levels across the West African country. The program would house up to 900,000 children and adults at an average of 3 persons per home on a low income with direct impact on health, education, and economic outcomes. The CBN explained that mass housing construction is among the key economic activities with the potentials to create a significant number of jobs rapidly. The construction of Eastern Rail Line, which connects Port Harcourt in the Niger Delta to Maiduguri in the northeastern state of Borno, near the border with Chad, is planned to commence as soon as the Lagos-Ibadan Railway project is complete, hopefully by December this year. This is according to the Minister of Transportation, Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, while listing other projects on the pipeline, including the Kano-Maradi line, which passes through Kano, Dutse, Kauzaure, Daura, Katsina, Jibiya, Maradi, and the Ibadan to Kano section of the Lagos to Kano rail line. The minister, however, emphasized that the commencement of the project is subject to approval by the Federal Executive Council. According to the minister, much work had not been done on the Apapa station of the Lagos-Ibadan rail line. He explained that this was because the building at the station just commenced. And to some stories on the international scene, in Australia, the government of Australia has announced that the construction of the Wangala and Dugoan Dam projects have made a step closer to construction after they doubled their cash contribution, providing an extra $205 million as part of their plan for a more secure and resilient Australia. The Liberal and national government cash commitment will increase to $242 million for Dongowan Dam, 60 kilometers from Tamworth, and $325 million for Wangala Dam, 40 kilometers from Kaura. The Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure, Transport and Regional Development, Michael McCormack, said the new cash investment for the 2 projects as part of the 2020-2021 budget showed how serious the Australian government was about getting these dams built. According to him, the dam will deliver critical water infrastructure projects for rural and regional communities because increased water security support growth in Australian agriculture, creating new jobs and supporting existing ones. In October 2019, the Australia and New South Wales governments committed to co-fund the construction of this project, along with 12 million each towards the development of a detailed 24 million business case for the proposed Mole River Dam. This new capital grant funding replaces previous loan arrangement agreed with the NSW government. The fund is the Australian government investment in building the next generation of water infrastructure, which will secure reliable supplies of water now and into the future. And that's it on the news segment today. Do well to stay as the program continues. Welcome back and many thanks for staying with us. You're still watching The Infrastructure, where we focus on the state of infrastructural development in Nigeria, Africa, and around the world. Abuja, like every other modern city of the world, have a standard and regulation for the placement of outdoor adverts and signages. Apart from the revenue generation, it also helps in providing a healthy environment and contribute to the aesthetic beauty of the city. The Department of Outdoor Advertisement and Signages, DOAS, is established and charged with the responsibility of regulating and controlling advertising practice in the FCT. In recent past, we have continued to see the activities of business owners as well as artisans who litter the streets of Abuja city center with posters, billboards, and signages. What could be the reason behind their actions? We now join the Managing Director of the Department of Outdoor Advertising and Signages, Dr. Babagana Adam, speak on this practice.
I have a yardstick. Just behind you, you can see our dump site right outside there through the window. We got this done within 45 days. Even during the lockdown period, we have earmarked all those illegal signages for the past over 18 months for them to be removed. And we have won the honors to remove them. You know, it defaced the city, and the beauty you're talking about, the aesthetic beauty of the city was defaced. My first 6 months, we removed 82,000 kg of waste. That's 82 tons. And that is the size of 2747, because 1747 is 41. 82,000 kilograms. And right now behind you, I can see from the quantity, there are no weight, is even more than 82. I think it's almost 100 kg, 100,000 kg behind you. So it is like, you know, you have a bag of rice on your head. And by the time you keep that bag of rice down, you'll understand, you'll be relieved. And that's why the beauty of the city has come, because we have cleansed the city of all those illegally erected and installed signages have been removed. So the plumber, the furniture man, the refrigerator repairer, the auto mechanic, and etc. Most of them, maybe because of lack of information, or because maybe they feel it's not affordable, because they don't know. And that's why we are using your medium to also educate and enlighten them, for them to understand that everybody has a way to make an advert. Let me give you an example. Our charge is 12,700 for the smallest in a rural area. If you divide that by 365, because the 12,700 for you to put 1 square meter, 1 meter by 1 meter, that's 1 square meter. For you to put it up in a rural area is 12,700 for the whole year. And when you divide by 365, you have 34 naira per day. So I am sure if you are a plumber, a mason, or a mechanic, 34 naira per day for your advert to stand. And you can look at it further. If you break it down to a week, if you multiply 34 by 7, it's just less than 250 naira per week. So we are trying to bring it to that level, that the so-called common man that you are talking about, the plumber, the panel beater, or somebody can now advertise by just paying a flat rate of 200 naira for him to have his advert standardized anyway. Because what they use sometimes to put it on the street poles, street light poles, traffic light poles, and any other poles or trees they do, you know it's harmful to the environment if it is on tree, because it's just like putting a nail on my body if you put any nail on a tree. So it's illegal. They are not supposed to do that. If you must, and if you be permitted, which we don't permit to put on a tree, we will do it in such a way that you have to conform with the rules. So what we are doing is that we carry out surveillance across the city to see that whatever that is there as outdoor advertisement and signage infrastructure within the city, it is something that has been approved, it is something that has been accepted to fly within the city. So if they are not, like I told you, the enforcement division removes them. The planning and design permits them or it stops them completely. So we carry out surveillance, we enforce. Recently, we made some arrests of by the mandate of the FCT Security Committee. We got some signages with telephone numbers and names of hotels, supermarkets, but they are decoys. Most of the advertisement you see there as pest up, as stickers, are even illegal. They don't do what they really advertise. So we effected an arrest and we discovered that it's a 419 net, that innocent young people, young Nigerians are baited and done. So we have handed them over to the police, and we also arrested some people removing the infrastructure, like curbs, these concrete blocks on the road median and the site. We arrested some hoodlums, vandals, stealing them, and we immediately handed them over to the civil defense, because you know the civil defense are part of those who protect properties and also stop vandalization of public buildings. So we have handed them over, and I think we are winning a lot of people. Some we debrief them to stop what they are doing because they are defacing the city. For anybody who needs to put any signage on the road, you just need to come to the office, look for permission or approval or permit. Then we process it. If it is within the allowable areas, we allow you to do that. If you do it ahead of us, we remove them. And also, we penalize you. If you are an individual, I know that's where you're heading to. If you are an individual, you pay 100,000 for unpermitted, unapproved signages that you post. If you are a company, you pay 1 million naira. We have numbers. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, and then we have a website. I will first start with our website. Our website is www.doas.abj.gov.ng. That's gov.ng. www.doas.abj.gov.ng. Then we have our Twitter handle at FCT-DOAS. At FCT-DOAS. Our Instagram also is at FCT-DOAS. Our Facebook also is at FCT-DOAS. So the three handles are at FCT-DOAS. Then we have our number as follows: 092919181. Then we have another number that you can call straight to the office: 08038819990. 08038819990. So you can get us on this number, and once you come to the office, if you can come, we will attend to all your needs, and we are very, very client friendly.
Thanks for staying. That was Dr. Babagana Adam, the director of DOAS. We take a quick break now. When we return, we will bring you a feature on street lights in Abuja. Do well to stick around.
Driving at night in Nigeria is a dangerous affair. The dim and sparsely lit streets set the scene for criminal activities and ghastly car accidents. Most drivers rely on muscle memory and their car headlights, that is, if they ever work, as they navigate through potholed and badly tarred roads. Pedestrians equally feel unsafe walking on the streets as they know danger could be lurking in a nearby corner. A well-designed and installed street lighting system is a valuable investment. Apart from the aesthetic appeal at night, it enhances safety and security of the environment. Properly lit streets and districts would also make it more difficult for criminals to carry out their activities for fear of being caught. Beyond the issue of safety, lighting will improve the quality of life of citizens, encourage social interaction, and enhance cultural experiences. Understanding the great importance of this urban infrastructure, past and present administrations have made efforts to install streetlights to keep the streets of Abuja awake at night. These efforts oftentimes is thwarted by many issues such as the poor maintenance of existing streetlight infrastructure and the high cost of running generators due to the erratic power supply. In 2018, the Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) revealed that it paid over 900 million naira to the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company (AEDC) for streetlight bills from January to December 2017. There are also social issues such as cable theft and vandalism of installations by miscreants who know the positive implication of well-lit streets, so they work hard to ensure that the city remains dark as a cover for their criminal activities. It is quite commendable that as of 2020, the situation has improved as many highways and streets in the city center are well illuminated at night due to the response by the FCT administration to the cries and pleas of residents. For the government to reap the benefits of streetlights and improved security, they have to put in place mechanisms to safeguard power infrastructure. Also, with climate change and environmental sustainability gaining currency in global policy debates, urban lighting designs ought to consider the needs of both people and the natural environment. Arguably, we should switch off the generators and look towards other alternatives like solar lightings. The city of Kampala, Uganda, attests to the benefits of this approach. While we call on the FCT administration to intensify efforts and also look into the satellite towns where most of the FCT residents resides, we also call on residents to also contribute to the illumination of the city by protecting and reporting any act of vandalism. A federal capital territory with no day and night will make a big difference. Families can worry less about the safety of their loved ones when they are out at night. Horrific tales of drivers running into parked trailers on unlit streets could become rare. Children can play safely outdoors. Women can walk on the streets with lowered anxiety of being sexually harassed, and even police officers can do their jobs more efficiently without the burden of an epileptic flashlight. Vendors and traders can operate for longer hours, leading to higher incomes. A brighter Abuja is a safer, more productive, and prosperous city.
That's how much we can go on infrastructure today. Many thanks for watching. Please do well to follow us on all our social media handles showing on screen. For your feedbacks and partnership on this program, kindly write to us via this email address. The Infrastructure Watch segment is a segment created for viewers to air their views and opinions on public infrastructure. To be part of the Infrastructure Watch segment, simply send us images or videos of an infrastructure that needs attention in your locality via this number or this email address. I am Tina Oje. Do stay safe.